Hi and welcome to Game Creation, and in today's Boxing Day episode, what we're going to be doing is doing the collision detection between blocks that are laid. So at the moment, our system can detect blocks and stop them from going off to the left and right, and it stops them at the bottom and gets a new block, which is fantastic. But the array is holding the data of where the blocks are currently laid, and we just need to have the left and right detection for if there's a block to the left, and a detection of whether you've laid a block and ready to get a new one. So hopefully this should be really simple, because we've got the array data there and we've already dealt with an event for if it goes left and right and if it goes down. So let's pray, let's see whether this actually works as simply as in my head. Let's get through to the screen. So I've opened up the same project as we've been using throughout this fortnight, and as we can see, when it reaches the bottom, it updates the array there. So what we want to do is just simply detect not only has it got to the bottom, but has it got to another block. So we want to see whether it gets to another block. So we want this one to stop here, but it doesn't. It goes all the way down. So in my head, this is really simple, because all we need to do is add some extra events to this. So instead of testing tetromino vertical position against the board, I could just add more into there. I can't really see any reason why not. So we're going to insert another condition, and we're going to check it against, what are we checking? The other two y against the array. This might be a little bit more difficult than I thought. So we know that if it's greater than or equal to 17, then that shouldn't be. We need to replace that. So we need a general to compare two general values, and we're looking up the array item for that main y block, main x and main y block. So read value from x, y, z position. The x will be the main x. So values main x. The y will be the main y. And then the z, we've just used the 0, 1. So is it greater than 0? Remember, all the arrays are zeros until there's a block there. And let's add the other blocks. And this is where I'm grateful I've numbered them really nicely. So it's other 1, isn't it, to start off with. So let's copy that, paste that in there. Ooh. And we're going to do the same again. And this time we're just going to update it to other 2. And this is why naming is really important. Naming them something simple that you can easily update. Now, again, probably smarter ways of doing this, but this is by far the quickest. So we're saying, has it reached the bottom of the board, or is there a piece that's been laid in any of those slots? Let's see whether this works. And we'll know pretty quickly whether this works, because this block will work as before. And again, this is when I moan that I haven't made the tick quicker. Okay, so that's nice. That's working perfectly. And then this should lay on the top. Moment of truth. Okay, so it actually has moved down. And the reason for that is because we haven't reset it. And so what we need here is a way of actually resetting it to where it was before. We currently don't have a way of doing that because first of all, this is currently in the workout tile positions, And this is an odd one here. That really shouldn't work at all. I don't really know why that does work, because I've set the main X. So all that does is just deactivate it. This is really weird, because it's referring to the same group. That shouldn't work. Because that's both activating and deactivating. So that first activate isn't doing anything. I really don't understand why that works. Wow, that was a big boo-boo I did on Tuesday's session. Because I put the two groups together, and I'd obviously forgotten that I'd had that in. It's an interesting one. Now I've got to work out whether I still need that. I still need it to go back, to be able to go back. Right, we'll worry about that in a second, because I really don't understand why that works. Because that shouldn't. Because basically what's happening is it's updating all the tiles, and then this one is just resetting the X tile for one of the tiles, and it's supposed to go back and update the other ones, but obviously it can't because it's in the same function now. Okay. Oh dear, too many things. Right, so where's my one that so it's on tick, isn't it? Yeah, so you add one to main Y. So we actually want to have the previous, we want to set the old main Y, and we want to set it to what the main Y is. Similar to the way we did it with the X before, and we just have that. So we've got a way of going back if all else fails. And really what I could do is do that for all of them. And I kind of resisted this in the past, but actually this is going to be a lot easier, and just set them all. So if I go into here, I think this is going to save a lot of problems. Let's just copy that. So if I have old values for all of them, and what I like to do is just a bit of camel case just to make it a bit easier to read. So other 1x, other 1y, other 2x, other 2y, other 3x, and other 3y. Okay, so if I go back into here, what I can now do is set them all, which is going to be annoying. And I'm going to just have, I'm going to just set them all the time. Actually, I could just do like a loop or something. Let's do it the long way. What am I doing? So I'm going to set main X to main X. Right. This is only going to affect the Y's. Let's just do it all. So I don't want old other, I want other. Okay. Oops. Let's just copy and paste that. So other 1y. Other 2x. So this is just saving all the positions that they were, and then I can easily revert back to them later on. And really, I should have done this before. It's just I was hoping I could be cleverer. But when something works, sometimes you can just leave it, and then sometimes it will work for a reason. That will mean something else won't work, if that makes any kind of sense. And the annoying thing is I can't highlight these because I want to copy these, but I can't copy more than one. So what I'm going to have to do is just copy all of that, because I can use it. Where's my left and right? I can use it in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, paste it in here, and then I'm just going to copy that bit and paste it into there. Get rid of that. I'm doing this in a really complicated way, but that's fine. I'm going to remove that and put that in, and just make sure that the activate's at the bottom. Then I'm going to move this across here, edit the last one, edit the last one, and make sure I put the minus back in, and then make sure that that activate group is at the bottom. So this is backing up. Anytime we change the main X, it's going to back up all the old ones, every single other one, in case we need to revert. Okay, so it's saving the state of the old tile in case that we need to back up. And then all we need to do here is just back up. Like there's been a problem. It's not in the right position. This bit here. I'm going to delete that activate group because that makes no sense. And we just need to revert all of these back. So instead of just set main X to old main X, we need to do a lot of them. Yeah, sometimes coding is kind of this level of tedium, but that's okay. Other 1x, isn't it? As I said before, it doesn't make the most amazing YouTube video, but whenever I did that. Whenever I get to this point, it's really just to move the project along. I almost always go back to this code and realize I've been an idiot and there's a much easier way of doing it. And sometimes it pays later on in the project just to look at this kind of clunky code where we're doing quite a lot of this stuff and just think, oh, is there an easy way of doing this? And sometimes there isn't. Sometimes, or there's not an easy one, and that's absolutely fine. What we need to do is just move all these to the top, because if this condition's true, we've already gone too far. Now, theoretically, this should work. No promises though. Let's have a look. So let's check the left and right still works. Okay, so left and right still works. Let's put this plumb in the middle-ish. Okay, so it's actually, and I think that's where I've coded it. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay, and the reason for that is I think it's 18. Because we want it to have gone too far. So it's when it goes too far this activates, and it's just always good to double check. This is kind of sitting waiting. Don't know why it's that far across. Yeah, we need to look into that. I think it's supposed to be the left one over here, but worry about that later. There we are, and you can see them stacking now. So if I move this across here, it should be these four here. Perfect. And if I move this across here, it should go all the way to the bottom. So there's no block stopping it. Perfect. Now that is what I wanted to do today. So mission accomplished. I hope you had a great Christmas yesterday, and I hope you have had an amazing Boxing Day so far. In tomorrow's video, I might actually get some of these blocks to show, so we can finish this week off nicely. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to see more from us, please click subscribe. We release videos every single weekday at 7 PM UK time. Thank you.